Okay, next step I want to talk about is this step number 4. Yeah, store student academy result, yeah, including test mark, assignment mark, and so on. Yeah, so to do that we need to go back to the student module, and then we need to perform on certain student. For example, I go back to the student module, I focus back in David. Yeah, if I look at the class and course, David have enrolled two classes. One is Bahasa Indonesia, one is Visual Basic. Okay, now to terminate these two subjects for David, all we have to do is to submit this particular subject to David academic file. To do that, just click submit, left click submit. Yes, so Bahasa Indonesia is submitted. It's submitted. So and then the next one, Visual Basic, is submitted also. I submit. Yes, so David all class is submitted to the academic file. Where did he submit to? Where did he submit to? He submit to his admin file. Go to admin, left click in here. In here we can see that David, this student, have two particular class in his academic file. Now this is the list of the subject here, and in this page is a detail of each subject. So I go back to here, I select Bahasa Indonesia, and then I go to the detail. I can see that this is the detailed information of David class. Now, as for this class, Bahasa Indonesia, if we want to calculate the final result for Bahasa Indonesia, a number of data must be entry, which is all this green box. All this green box must be entry. The first one is this green box. This green box is the assignment mark. Assignment mark which come from Bahasa Indonesia. If we come back to here, we can see that Bahasa Indonesia require two assignment. So we need to enter the assignment mark individually. For example, assignment 1, we can enter the mark by left click this button. For example, first assignment, David get 90 points. Okay, and then the second assignment, David get 80 points. So the assignment mark is complete entry in here. So I exit from here. Assignment mark is entry already. Now the next entry is for the test mark entry, which is go to this button, set test mark in here. Now again we see that Bahasa Indonesia have two tests. Test 1, we entry the mark, left click E mark. For example, David get 75. I'm done. And then for the test 2, test 2 is the final test, David get 90, for example. Get 90. So I exit. So my test mark and assignment mark is entry already. We can discharge these two boxes, which later on system will calculate by himself for the mark of assignment and the mark of test. Now another step is we need to enter the mark of attendance. Since the attendance contain 10% weight, we need to enter how many attendance was achieved by David, this student, when he attend this class Bahasa Indonesia. To enter the attendance percentage, we click edit in here, and we enter the amount of attendance achieved by David. For example, he achieved 95% attendance, so we just enter 95. And then other consideration, because there is no weight in it, so we don't need to enter anything. Then after we enter the attendance, we save it. Now we are done in entering the attendance percentage. The last step is to request the system to calculate the final result and the grade. Okay, the grade point standard is based on this table. Which on how many percent is A, how many percent is B. The user is free to adjust this table according to their need. So I exit from here. So to calculate final result, just left click this mark button, left click, then you will see the system will calculate according to our specification. Now we come up with 84.1. the result is B. So we are done with this particular subject, Bahasa Indonesia. Final result is calculated. Okay, now I'm going to do another example. I come back to here, I select Visual Basic, I go to the detail, I set the assignment. Set the assignment mark for this particular Visual Basic. Again, Visual Basic contain two assignment. I enter E mark in here. First assignment, I get 85. Okay, the second assignment is the student get 95. I'm done with the assignment now. Now I set for the test. Yeah, Visual Basic, this particular student have one test, so I set the test mark, which is called 75. Yeah, 75, enter, exit. Okay, so the next step is to enter the attendance. Since there's a 10% attendance consideration in here, we need to enter the attendance. For example, student achieve 100% attendance. Yeah, 100% attendance, I save. Now, next step is to request calculation of mark. Just mark, left click the mark, and the system will start calculation. For this, total mark is 85 B+. So I'm done with this subject Visual Basic mark calculation. So in here, we complete the student academic result calculation. So I exit back to here. Now, after we have submitted all David class, we can go to the class module to take a look. Let's look at the Bahasa Indonesia class. Bahasa Indonesia class, if you look at the student list, David subject is submitted. So to Adam, David is submitted from this class. So to do demonstration purpose, I will submit all the student list in here. I will submit all the student list for this Bahasa Indonesian class, which later on we can close this Bahasa Indonesia class. Bahasa Indonesia class can be closed once all the student results have been submitted to their academic result file. So I exit from here. Now to do demo, I will submit all the students who have studied Bahasa Indonesia this class. I have submitted all students who have enrolled the Bahasa Indonesia class. Now it's time for me to close the class Bahasa Indonesia. Let's go into the class module in here. We take a look at the class of Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, so Bahasa Indonesia, you look at the student list, all the student status is submitted. It's submitted. Now this class now is ready to close. Now to close this class Bahasa Indonesia and move out to our archive file, two conditions must be done. First, student list, all student status must be submitted. Second, if this is completed already, second is this status open must switch to close. To do that, just edit, left click this status button, select the close text, then the status switch to close already. Now it's done. Now Bahasa Indonesia is ready to move to the archive file. To do that, just move out. Yes, so Bahasa Indonesia is out from our current class list. It's out from our current class list. That's how we close and move out a class file. So up to here, I'm done with this step as regarding to the student academic result and closing file. Now I'm ready to move to the last step, which is the sales report. To do that, we need to exit from here.